Hey there, and welcome to Factorio Space Age. My name is Brune, and in the last episode, we had got in the rockets, or the second rocket setup. Things are a little bit more automated on that front. As far as that, I don't actually remember because there has been a week between the last episode and now. Because now is my next weekend, and I'm beginning my recording session. So I do remember that I left everything off by kind of having things wrapped up. And but now that I look at it again, I like my idea of having something just loaded up with the science to kind of keep that going. But I think I want to get a third rocket going that is loaded up with calcite. On top of that, I wanted to double check. Yeah, I don't have calcite mining over here yet. I want to get calcite set up. I've been thinking through the week about all the different things I want to do to get set up for Gleba, going to Gleba, and for sure wrapping up things here to make sure everything is set up to be able to send anything where I need to, but also Bulgora and getting a new white science build made. So let's start by getting some of the new drills down. Where did I have those? Right here. How many do I have on me? 7? Just take 25 for now. I don't think I need crazy, insane throughput with this. I just need this to essentially work. Okay, so let's clean this all up. We don't need to get the cliffs just yet. Although I feel like it might help to just get the cliffs right here. Do I have the cliff explosives on me? Should, yeah, because I put that on my... I do remember putting that on my thing. Okay, that should be way more in enough face. I was getting a little cliff explosive happy. I can admit that. So, what I want to do right now is make a blueprint I can use like my previous blueprint. I'm actually kind of down to make 2 different blueprints. One that's like the tightest possible design, and another that is the least tightest design. So let's start with the tightest design. And I'm curious, so one thing I'm pretty sure these, yeah, they do fit across, but they don't fit next to each other like this. Yeah, they do not fit across that way. So without trying to use upgraded poles, what could be a way of doing this? Where I can make this as kind of like a blueprint like the one where I could just stamp it down very, very easily. Technically, there really isn't anything you can do. So, well, here, let's do this for a second. Can do the... Wait, and I do want to upgrade it to green belts. Actually, do I want to be shipping... Yeah, I do. Yep, we want to be shipping the green belts everywhere because these are awesome. Let's adjust my belt thing we got going on here. So now this needs to be 0. This needs to be 0. This needs to be 0. I wish I could actually undo that. Because what I want to do is make a new group and drag it up to there. So this will be my new, this will be the green belt one. I wish I could actually copy it. Change this to 1,000, 1,200, 40, 40, 40, 50. 40, 50. And we'll put the cliff explosives there too. That does make it a second row, which is kind of lame. We'll put the cliff explosives right there. 40. Killer. Okay, back to what I was doing. So my plan right now is to make it so that I can stamp this down and it'll work in a vertical line, and then all I would need to do is boop, 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 connect them up at the end. I think I should... This is basically what I want. We'll do it that one. This will be the greens. Okay, so this, that's max length. Oops. But yeah, that's basically what I wanted to do. Yeah, it's just kind of short for one of them. Or to like really span two of them. But kind of like the idea of almost doing a... This can output onto one of these, correct? My other one. Yeah, they can output onto those. I think I want it to be something like this. And let's actually reverse these. I like that, because then if this is like the last one, I could delete this to pick up an extra one and replace it with one of those. Okay. This is the repeating design right here. Because this can't reach across two of them. That spot, yep. So, take this. We... Big miner. Sure. Snap to grid. Absolute relative. That should be it. Game blueprint. What is that? Oh, that was like my old... Oh, look at it. We're saving that one. That one's going down here. Actually, let's make a blueprint book that's game blueprint. Oh. Old blueprints. Confirm. I like that idea. Okay, so I don't think I'll ever need one of these now. So that'll go there, perfect. So I can come up to here. We want all this stuff going north. And what I like to do is try to find the very edge of it. And oh, it's actually kind of crazy how far you can move these out. Well, I want to test this because I don't think we need 1 billion miners here. Yep, looks like it's working. Okay, yeah, and then you could... just boop, 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 connect them all up like that. Perfect. So now let's make the biggest one here. Oh, wait. I need calcite for power, don't I? Wait. We'll just have these 4 right here. Big power. Beautiful. I love the noise those things make. That is cool. Okay, so now let's I'm gonna use this as a marker. Let's make the one that is the... There's like something like right there. Yeah, perfect. So I'm not just kind of marking the corners of that so I can know where to line this one up. There. And then this one would be... go right there. This one would need to line up with that one. Okay, so that covers everything. Perfect. That gives you your slowest eating coverage. I don't know why this is important, but I kind of like the idea of being able to have both of these options. I mean, I suppose it also makes a lot less of them idle if power is important. Is there a minimum consumption? Or do they just always have that much power no matter what? Interesting. So what would be the best way to power this so that it could all connect? I suppose if you use just a max distance regular old power pole, how do these kind of line up? What about there to there? No, not quite. What if you did that? No, it doesn't really work. Because you need them to be able to connect to each other. But what if you did... Nope, then they don't connect either. This one in one. Oh yeah, because then they don't connect. But I suppose, yeah, these wouldn't connect across this way either. So there really isn't a good way to spread these across here. You basically just need to... What would be the easiest way to do the belts, I guess, too? Something like... Oh, there isn't a center? Kind of like just doing it like this, too. Wait, and you could even, this one needs to go 1, 2. So if you extend this one out 2, like that, then when it repeats down to here, it would, actually it doesn't need to, because that's how I would want this one to repeat. Oh, okay, so this one can just be like that, which is fine. Now, is it worth it just to use these? Holy cow. I don't know why, that's just so satisfying to me. So now, if we make this a blueprint, snap to grid, relative. Now we need this to, when we want it, when we imagine dragging down, we want this one to land right where this one is. And so we need this front edge to be right in there. So it needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 less in width, 13, and in height, 13. Now this should make this snap correctly. If I held shift and went like this. Oh, wait, yep, because then I kind of didn't even like think about that, how maybe, okay, so new blueprint idea. This is the proper way to do it. Let's do this. Where'd that blueprint go? Why is that not in my inventory? I thought that made a blueprint. Interesting. Oh wait. Oh wait, do you just even like make a temporary blueprint? If I go like this, Control V, then I can put this down. Okay. Oops, I muted and it exited out of there. So I wanted to just look at this really quick because this is 13 by 13 essentially is the distance we need this blueprint to be. Because my idea now is to get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of that, like this, go like that, blueprint, snap to grid, relative, 13 by 13. So now, this should produce the same thing. But it doesn't have this like weird belt thing. It does put them all onto one side of the belt. Man, I'm like, this is a good warm up episode. I'll get kind of my distractions out of the way a little bit here. But now I'm like, okay, the next problem is that it just outputs on one side of the belt, which is very annoying for throughput. And so it makes me wonder if there's a better way. And I think potentially there could be. But it'd be weird. So that's the correct distance. And so if I wanted to do this in the essentially, or in a weird way that would make the belt stuff correct, I'd really just want one of them to output onto the other lane somehow. Wondering if you just like if you rotated it like this and then brought the belt around to this side, but then it doesn't kind of line up with this one as neatly. Yeah, and I don't think I want to try and put a whole bunch of splitters on it either. Okay, so what about this? If I were to take this one and do like this, I suppose, but then it doesn't make an even design. You know, I guess you could get even coverage if all of them were flipped like this. Right? And we grab all of them, we can see that this makes an even coverage, but there's a weird angle with it. Oh, and also the power poles are kind of in a weird situation with that too. Okay. Final design is going to be the weird one I had previously. But we're going to use our knowledge. With the angles. See, because this gets both sides of the belt, right? And so now we can use this knowledge, say, what we would really want is, like, if this was there, we'd want this one here. Okay, so we want to, like, be able to drag and then have this end up over there, is my plan. And so how do we get this to line up with the power grid here? Wonder if you do a weird thing like this. What that does for it. Nothing good, really. Yeah, you need more than one to really power it this way. But I wonder if you kind of like split it in two. Yeah, that actually works. So that's the blueprint. So, but it needs to extend over so that this one ends up right there. So it needs to extend over how many more? That'd be 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So 8 more in both directions. Snap to grid relative 28, 26. Create blueprint. So now by holding shift, oh, it's stuck over one extra one. I also realized it kind of like lines these things up kind of weird. I wonder if this... Here, blueprint. This is the one. Wonder why it had extra 2. Oh, it had extra 2 in the width, and we would want this to be 26, I suppose, because it is a square design. Save blueprint. Okay, that is correct. That lined up exactly how we would want it to. Oh, but now this too doesn't line up correct that way. You know what? I'm just going to stick with the win I had here, I think. Well, there's about 5 minutes left before I would want to really cancel this one, so let's see what this one would look like if we actually continued what we needed to do. So then this would extend 8 more in this direction. Right? We can imagine there would be one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. I think that would actually be it. Yep, indeed. One thing I was curious about is if I took that and lined it up right there. No, it doesn't line up how I would want it to. I was hoping that somehow it might magically line up with that. Wonder if you... Is that like the actual proper distance? I suppose no, because then just put one here too, and then there's just that weird spot in the middle. So yeah, I think that is the blueprint. Final design. Big, sparse miner. Save blueprint. We'll put that down there and delete these. Yeah, I think that could be handy for electrical reasons. Let's go with the good one here. Yeah, we won't be too crazy with this because these are essentially touching all these edges here. Second, mined, all that's being mined. How about here on the edge? One miner really would do it. Let's go like this. I think I want to delete this one. Bit overkill. So wait, one of these outputs 4 a second. The belt holds 60 items a second. And so that is 15 miners. That's about one belt. That's more than a belt. And this is more than a single belt can output. Here I suppose I could just delete, you know, 2 of them from a spot where it doesn't matter as much, like right here. That should be fine. Then let's do right there. There we go. This should be 16, and that's not a full lane, but so 1, 2, 3, 4.5. We'll do a 5 to 2, it looks like. Rankquist's gonna need to update his balance guide so that there's a going to create a copy of this. Upgrade to green belts. Green. 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 I don't need to keep saying that. Does enter D. Are you serious? It's been that way the whole time. I'm sure everyone's gonna be like, "Yep, it's been that way the whole time." Smart guy. Here, and then let's do. Wait, why didn't it say that? don't think it matters. I'm not making quality belts. Yeah, now I'm going crazy fast. The label. There we go. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Five to 2. That should be enough space. And honestly, I should just let the robots build this. Yeah, I thought that one actually got shuffled. Or one of them got kind of moved there, it felt like. Actually, I don't think there's much of a grid. How about we just start a new one? Actually, oh man, something's just off there. Well, there's a belt in the way there. Okay, belt, you win. There we go. Just like that, I'm over the time. So, okay, now I think we have plenty of calcite flowing. Let's really quickly... Power seems to be doing great. And... Actually, I kind of want to use that circuit that like tracks how low something gets, so I can track how low this gets. But I suppose I can just use it straight up with the accumulator one and steal that full design in a sense. But yeah, now I just really need to get calcite added into the kind of system here. I mean, we could probably even just fit a rocket in, sneak a little rocket in here and have a belt go directly to that one too. I think which would probably be more important than the science, honestly. But yeah, so we'll do that at the beginning of the next episode. Thanks so much for joining me. Looking forward to seeing the next one, and take care.